since 1968, serving our community with local news and sports. Covering Alexander, Burke, Caldwell, Catawba, Iredell, Lincoln, and Watauga counties. We are WHKY News.
Good evening and welcome into the Tuesday, February 3rd edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Topping our news tonight, warrants have been issued for a suspect in an officer-involved shooting on Monday. Police were not notified before the suspect was released from Baptist Hospital. The Newton Police Department has charged 19-year-old Amon Jameer Henderson of Salisbury with 2 felony counts of second-degree burglary, 1 felony count of possession of a stolen firearm, and 1 misdemeanor count of resisting a public officer. He's also charged on warrants from Mecklenburg County with offenses including breaking and entering with intent to terrorize and assault by strangulation. Shortly before 12 noon on Monday, Newton Police received a 911 call regarding a possible trespassing at the Sandalwood Apartments on Sandalwood Court. The caller reportedly knew the trespasser and told police he was in possession of a gun. Officers responded and conducted a search, but they did not find the man. Officers were then advised that the man fled the apartment and was hiding in a shed located behind the complex. While officers were checking the area behind the residences, a man exited one of the sheds and ran toward officers. During that encounter, one officer discharged their firearm, striking the man in the leg. He was transported by EMS to a local hospital, then later transferred to Baptist Hospital in Winston-Salem. No officers or other citizens were injured during the incident. If you should see Henderson, who is considered to be armed and dangerous, do not approach him. You can call 911. His photo is available at our website, WHKY.com, and you've been looking at that photo during part of this report as well. Multiple agencies responded to a fire yesterday. Arianna Mack has details.
Firefighters from multiple Burke County departments extinguished a mobile home fire on Monday. Salem, Brindletown, and West End firefighters responded to the structure fire Monday evening. The initial dispatch indicated a fire in the wall of the mobile home. Firefighters removed the metal siding to expose the fire, which had burned completely through some of the framing. The fire was extinguished with an air pressurized water extinguisher. Firefighters were able to minimize the damage. The fire is believed to have been caused by a space heater. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thanks, Arianna. On Sunday, Longview firefighters responded to a residential fire for the second time in 2 days. At approximately 12:55 p.m. Sunday, Longview firefighters were dispatched to a residential structure fire in the 300 block of 23rd Street Southwest. Upon arrival, heavy smoke was showing. Firefighters initiated an aggressive attack to suppress the fire. All occupants were safely out of the home prior to the fire department's arrival. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is under investigation. The Longview Fire Department thanked the following agencies for their assistance during the incident: the Mountain View Fire Department, Eichard Township Fire Department, Hickory Fire Department, Catawba County EMS, and the Catawba County Fire Marshal's Office. The George Hildebrand Fire and Rescue Department responded to a motor vehicle crash Friday. The accident happened in Burke County on North Carolina 18 South at Sugarloaf Road. Minor injuries were reported in the crash. Multiple agencies responded to the scene in addition to George Hildebrand. The other agencies to respond were Burke County EMS, the Burke County Sheriff's Office, and the North Carolina State Highway Patrol. Burke County Public Schools will operate on a remote learning day tomorrow for students and staff. All CVCC campus locations will operate on a regular schedule tomorrow. You can get all of the latest schedule changes by going to our website, WHKY.com. We will update the site as soon as we learn more. In today's crime report, a sexual exploitation arrest has been made in Watauga County. Also, a man receives a prison sentence in a shooting case. In local sports, Jason Savage has news from the Appalachian State Wrestling Program. In community focus, the deadline for voter registration is quickly approaching. Arianna Mack will have details. We are on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2. We're also on at 5:30 live on the WHKY YouTube channel and at 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We're also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.
It's Nick, the Kia man at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
And it's the winter sales event going on right now.
What's that mean for you? 0 down payment available.
And no payments for 90 days.
Plus a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles under $20,000.
With big discounts on new Kias.
So you've got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory. 0 down payment available, no payments for 90 days, and a lot of quality pre-owned cars starting under $20,000.
And big discounts on new Kias. ParamountKia.com.
Get your Kia at Paramount.
Microwaves can be convenient, but they might alter the structure of the food and can degrade the nutrients. While not all studies agree on the dangers, there's enough concern to justify caution. Microwaving in plastic especially can leach endocrine-disrupting chemicals like BPA and phthalates into your food. Now, these toxins mimic hormones, and they've been linked to fertility issues, obesity, even cancer. Instead, reheat on your stovetop, your toaster oven, your steamer. It might take a few extra minutes, but I believe your health is worth it, and the food tastes better too. Now, if you rely on microwaves every meal, it might be time to reevaluate your kitchen habits. A little preparation and mindfulness can go a long way. Your food should nourish you, not zap your energy and potentially expose you to hidden toxins. Let's return to real cooking. It's one of the best things you can do for your body. I'm Dr. Joe Esposito, and I'll see you next time for your Health Minute.
Rex Salon Theater's back on Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on WHKY TV 14.2 with Kathy's Cooking, Interesting People, Hildebrand Cruising, and the Squatch Runners. You don't want to miss it. Channel 14.2 on free TV.
I want to tell you about Dr. Joe's Energy Boost Chewables. These things are amazing. Good, clean energy, no caffeine, no sugar crashes, and not even a hassle of swallowing pills. Now, these contain 2 ingredients. One of them is citrulline. Citrulline is an amino acid that opens up your blood vessels and increases circulation, even helps lower your blood pressure. And ginseng, this helps manage stress, keeps you focused, and gets you physically energized throughout the day. You can get these and all of our supplements on our website, drjoe.com. That's drjoe.com.
Our customers are very interested in interest rates.
And our interest rates are as low as 0% for 48 months on new Tellurides. 0% for up to 60 months on new Sorrentos. Plus no payments for 90 days.
Say that again.
0% plus no payments for 90 days on new Tellurides and Sorrentos.
Lower interest rate means lower payments at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
The following report contains real arrest records and law enforcement data. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Welcome back into the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Leading off our crime report tonight, a Hickory man will spend 7 to 9 years in prison following his conviction for assault and firearms-related offenses, along with admission of habitual felon status. During Catawba County Superior Court, he entered a guilty plea last Wednesday. 56-year-old Donzel Lamont Wilfong entered that guilty plea to assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Wilfong also admitted to his habitual felon status stemming from prior felony convictions. The defendant went to the male victim's apartment on January 6th of 2025, and an argument ensued. Several shots were heard, and the victim went back inside his apartment after suffering gunshot wounds. The victim told investigators from the Hickory Police Department he had not known Wilfong prior to the incident. When the defendant arrived, one of the victim's children opened the door in response to a knock, and Wilfong pushed his way in before both parties went outside where the shooting started. Investigators recovered shell casings at the scene and saw evidence of bullet damage. Wilfong submitted to officers at the scene and told them his weapon was on the ground. He was taken into custody and the handgun was recovered. Ring camera video showed the defendant holding a firearm and captured portions of the exchange between the men, with the victim telling Wilfong he did not know him, along with 2 shots being fired, a pause, and then 4 more gunshots. More details on the case at WHKY.com. An Ohio woman is charged with identity theft in Catawba County. 57-year-old Stephanie Lee McCommons of Cincinnati, Ohio, was arrested Monday by Hickory police officers. She's charged with identity theft, possession or manufacture of a fraudulent ID, and resisting a public officer. McCommons was jailed in the Catawba County detention facility under $5,000 bond. WHKY's David Cedrone reports on a pair of arrests, including one in a case involving a sexual exploitation charge.
All right, thank you, Rob. Well, law enforcement has made a significant arrest in Boone following an investigation into alleged child exploitation and drug activity. This was on Thursday, January 29th. 35-year-old Jackson Scott Barbie of Boone was taken into custody by the Boone Police Department after a multi-agency investigation into possession of child sexual abuse material. Authorities say Barbie faces multiple charges, including third-degree sexual exploitation of a minor, along with several drug-related offenses. Those charges include possession of methamphetamine, felony possession of a Schedule I controlled substance, possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver controlled substances, maintaining a dwelling for controlled substances, and possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver marijuana. The investigation involved the Boone Police Department, the Watauga County Sheriff's Office, and the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation. Barbie was booked into custody under a $65,000 secure bond. His next court appearance is scheduled for April 2nd. Authorities have not released any information about potential victims, and they say the investigation is ongoing. In Alexander County, a Marion man is facing multiple felony charges connected to alleged fraud. 25-year-old Hunter Alexander Bray of Marion was arrested this week by the Alexander County Sheriff's Office. He's currently being held without bond at the Alexander County Detention Center. Investigators say Bray is charged with 5 felony counts of obtaining property by false pretenses, all tied to alleged fraudulent activity. Officials also confirmed Bray has a pending felony charge for obtaining property by false pretenses in Catawba County. In addition, he is currently serving a 24-month suspended sentence for driving while impaired in McDowell County. Authorities say the case remains under investigation. Additional charges could be filed. I'm David Cedrone for WHKY News.
Thanks, David. A Fayetteville man is charged with cocaine possession. 60-year-old Richard Eugene Butler was arrested Saturday by Hickory police officers. He's charged in Cumberland County with felony possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Butler was jailed in the Catawba County Detention Facility following the arrest under a $1,000 bond. A Cumberland County District Court date is set for February 18th. A Lenore man is charged with fleeing from police. 31-year-old Samuel Clemens Bentley was arrested Saturday by Lenore police. He's charged with felony flee to elude arrest with a motor vehicle. Bentley was released from custody on a $10,000 bond. WHKY's Arianna Mack is up next. She has details on a pair of arrests in Catawba County.
An Iredell County man has been charged by Conover PD with a stolen vehicle and drug possession. 29-year-old Andres Luis Pena of the Iredell County Township of Union Grove, North Carolina, was arrested Monday by Conover police officers. He's charged with possession of a stolen motor vehicle, possession of methamphetamine, and misdemeanor possession of stolen goods or property. Pena was jailed in the Catawba County Detention Facility without bond. A district court date was scheduled for February 3rd, and a Shelby man charged with Catawba County meth offense, 40-year-old Tony Ray Jones Jr. of Shelby, was arrested Monday by Conover Police officers. He's charged with possession of methamphetamine. Jones was jailed in the Catawba County detention facility without bond. A district court date was scheduled for Tuesday in Newton. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thanks, Arianna. 31-year-old Erica Lindsay Walker of Grassy Knob Lane in Lenoir was arrested Saturday by Lenoir police. She's charged with possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver Schedule I controlled substance. Walker was released on $15,000 bond. And that's our crime report for today. Thank you for watching. For WHKY, I'm Rob Eastwood. Stay with us. Jason Savage is up next with your local sports.
Our customers are very interested in interest rates.
And our interest rates are as low as 0% for 48 months on new Tellurides. 0% for up to 60 months on new Sorrentos. Plus no payments for 90 days.
Say that again.
0% plus no payments for 90 days on new Tellurides and Sorrentos.
Lower interest rate means lower payments at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
Weight loss is never one size fits all.
At the North Carolina Bariatric Institute, we support you with personalized care
at every step of your weight loss journey.
Your care team is led by robotically trained bariatric surgeons.
Our nurses, dietitians, and psychologists work together to help you achieve lasting, effective weight loss.
Visit us online to register for a free informational seminar and begin your weight loss journey.
Winter does serious damage to your roof. Every freeze and thaw puts you closer to an expensive replacement. How's yours holding up? Call RoofMax for a free winter roof assessment with no obligation. Our treatment restores flexibility and strength to your shingles, adding up to 15 years of life to your roof. And right now, you'll get a free roof tune-up with your RoofMax treatment. We'll bring your roof out of winter better than it went in.
The white flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
As they come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr.
Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
LRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic. It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic as shown here. Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
In a world of high car payments, experience the difference. The Paramount difference.
Paramount Kia is not in that world. We got $0 down, $349 a month lease on a brand new Kia K4.
That's the difference.
You got to come experience the Paramount difference. $349 a month.
ParamountKia.com.
This is your look at local sports for WHKY News. I'm Jason Savage. Well, the high school dual team wrestling tournament was to begin today. Clearly, that was not going to happen. So now, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association had to pivot. All dual team wrestling scheduled for this week will now be postponed. Revised dates will be first and second rounds February 10th through the 12th next week. Rounds 3 and 4, 16th through the 18th of February, and the state finals will now be held still in Greensboro Sunday, February 22nd. Now, there are no changes to the men's individual regional or state championships. Now, in addition, the women's regional wrestling scheduled for February 6th and 7th has been postponed. Regionals will now be held February 10th through the 12th. And finally, regarding high school basketball, to help assist schools with rescheduling challenges, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Board will waive the handbook requirement that one of the 4 allowable games in a 2-week period be played on a non-school day providing additional local scheduling flexibilities, which means that you will be able to see some Saturday games being played for conference games as we head toward the end of this regular season. Very confusing times, but hey, we've not had 2 weeks of snow, right? Kind of crazy. Lenore-Rhine, women and men's golf have had their 2026 spring schedules announced. Both will have, who had strong fall programs. Women ranked 31st, men were ranked 49th in the clipped end of fall rankings. Eve Nealon and Danielle Becker were ranked in the top 100 on the women's side, while Matthew McDougall was ranked on the men's side. Now they will begin their season coming up this weekend, at least the men will, on the road in Florida. Appalachian State Wrestling put together their most complete performance of the season, defeating Bellarmine at home 30-6 yesterday in a delayed by a day matchup of teams with 3-0 league marks. The Mountaineers took 8 out of 10 matches against Bellarmine, highlighted by victories from a pair of true freshmen, Colt Campbell and Cooper Foster. Stephen Moncherry's strong finish in a showdown of talented heavyweights, and here, Caden Kaiser winning by pinfall at 149 pounds. Mountaineers 7-5 overall, 4-0 in Southern Conference duels. They'll have a home duel on Sunday when they take on the Citadel. Appalachian State women and men's cross-country teams have collected all academic team accolades from the United States Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association. This year's accolade is the women's 15th consecutive honor. It goes back to 2010. And for the men, it's their 9th consecutive. Now, teams must maintain a cumulative grade point average of 3.0 or higher on a 4.0 scale, including the most recent grading period, to qualify for the all-academic team distinction. The women's team recorded a cumulative grade point average of 3.65, while the men had a cumulative grade point average of 3.33. As always, you can find these stories and the latest updates online at our website, WHKY.com.
In a world of high car payments, experience the difference, the Paramount difference.
Paramount Kia is not in that world. We got 0 down, $349 a month lease on a brand new Kia K4.
That's the difference.
You got to come experience the Paramount difference, $349 a month.
ParamountKia.com.
The white flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
As they come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr.
Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
LRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
Hey, grab me one too.
This is Suit Up Sports. Suit Up Sports. Where opinions are as sharp as a tailored suit. No fluff, no gimmicks, just unfiltered, hard-hitting takes on sports and a whole lot more. It's time to suit up.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic. It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic, as shown here. Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
Our customers are very interested in interest rates.
And our interest rates are as low as 0% for 48 months on new Tellurides. 0% for up to 60 months on new Sorrentos. Plus no payments for 90 days.
Say that again.
0% plus no payments for 90 days on new Tellurides and Sorrentos.
Lower interest rate means lower payments at Paramount Kia in Hickory.
Alpine's Hemp Company. Gummies, seltzers, syrups, and more. Treat yourself to the best.
This is Community Focus on the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. The deadline to register to vote is approaching quickly. Arianna Mack reports.
North Carolinians who want to cast their ballot in person on primary election day, March 3rd, must register to vote by this Friday, February 6th. This Friday is also the deadline for registered voters to change their party affiliation before the primary. The regular voter registration deadline is 25 days before an election. Miss the deadline? Eligible individuals may still register and vote during the early voting period at any early voting site in their county. The early voting period runs from February 12th to the 28th. These same-day registrants must attest to their eligibility, provide proof of where they live, and show an acceptable form of photo ID. For more information, see Register in Person during early voting. Early voting schedules are available at the early voting site search. Voter registration is prohibited on Election Day unless an individual becomes eligible after the deadline by becoming a U.S. citizen or having their rights restored following a felony conviction. To check your voter registration information at any time, use the voter search tool at the State Board of Elections website. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thanks, Arianna. David Cedrone is up next. He has this month's traffic enforcement location for the Hickory Police Department.
All right, thank you, Rob. Well, drivers in Hickory may notice an increased police presence this month. Hickory Police Department is stepping up traffic enforcement as part of its February P.A.C.T initiative. They do this every month. It stands for Pay Attention in City Traffic. Police will be focusing patrols along Highway 127th from 29th Ave Drive Northwest to 1st Ave Southeast. Officers will be watching closely for red light violations, distracted driving, speeding, and other traffic offenses. Police are also reminding pedestrians to use crosswalks, obey walk signals, and wear reflective clothing when walking at night. Drivers are urged to stay alert for pedestrians, especially when turning and yield to crosswalks and intersections. Cyclists are also reminded that bicycles are considered vehicles under the law and must follow traffic signals and stop signs just like cars. Police say the goal of it is simple: improve safety for drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists across the city. Hickory Police thank residents for doing their part to help keep local roads safe. I'm David Cedrone, WHKY News.
Thanks, David. City of Lenoir Planning Director Hannah Williams recently completed the UNC School of Government's Leading for Results program. Director Williams was one of 50 people from across the state selected for this year's program. Williams started her career with Lenoir as an intern during the summer of 2016 while completing her degrees at App State. As an intern, she completed a feasibility study on implementing a stormwater maintenance fee. She finished her master's degree that fall and started working in the Caldwell County IT department as the GIS director and address coordinator. Williams returned to Lenoir in 2017 as the planner, GIS specialist. She was promoted to planning director in March of 2023. City Manager Scott Hildebrand said the UNC School of Government's Leading for Results Municipal and County Administration and Public Executive Leadership Academy are excellent programs for current and upcoming leaders in local government in North Carolina. That wraps up Community Focus and the WHKY News today. Remember, you can get all of the latest news and sports 24/7 at our website, WHKY.com. We also have local news and sports 7 days a week on our sister station, WHKY Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM, and streaming on multiple platforms and at our website. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of Arianna Mack, David Cedrone, and Jason Savage, I'm Rob Eastwood, and from Hickory, this is the WHKY News.